I'm Melanie. This is my Prius. I lived in here for a bit, off and on, and want to show you around today and give you some tips, or maybe if you're living in a vehicle yourself. So I built two frames when I was living in the Prius, and one of them was actually hooked into the handles that are at the top of the door. It's just PVC pipe. I did paint it black. This is just a piece of it. I cut it down one side so that it would be flexible, because otherwise your PVC pipe is pretty straight and it doesn't bend. But if you cut it on one side, it actually bends. And I made a lot of holes in it so I could put S-hooks in, and actually used a curtain, shower curtain, I don't know what you call those, rings, I guess, and hung a lot of my gear off of the one frame that I had actually toggle bolted into the, I call them, oh no handles, you know. But anyways, so I had that one, and then I had another frame in the back as well that gave me something that I could actually hold on to and pull myself in and out. So this is the oh no handle. When you remove that, you're left with two holes, and then you just toggle bolt on your frame on the inside, so that you can hang curtains and any other. I had bags of clothes, as well as I have a little striker here, like a Jetboil knockoff. So I hung that up there too, and it just gave me a lot more room just for doing that. The second one I put back here, and I actually had a cross brace that went across here, and I could lift myself, kind of help me get in and out a little bit better. And that had feet that went down, 4 feet for, I think one on this side of the wheel well, and then one on the other side. And then I had a little shelf kind of made with PVC pipe over that. So I actually had space here built out, so I could put stuff on it. So I just have plain black fleece now. I did actually have this was two-sided. The inside was actually a pretty floral print, because I liked something pretty and not just looking at black curtains. But this is what I hung off of my frame with shower curtains, and I just have holes in this that I kind of like buttonholes. So and they don't have to be that long, but that's how that worked anyways, for privacy. So I did remote work on the road, and the little pocket on the back of the seat here, I put my computer in, so that was really, and then I found the TV tray fit here really good. I used it for all my typing. I also use this for cooking, so I could cook indoors. I usually would keep the window down and the door unlocked, so in case there was some problems. But the striker here is one of those Jetboil ones, and it's like, so the flame on it is contained. But anyways, the gas canister sits down here, and it has a automatic ignition piezo lighter in it, so you don't have to light it with a match or anything. And so the flame is really in here, so it's very well contained. So, but I would watch it. I wouldn't do anything else when this was going on, because you just don't want to take any chances. But I could boil up a soup or anything else, so it was very handy. This turns on your isobutane, and you'll hear it would go and then you hit that and that'll ignite it, and then you have it's going. These more self-contained flame type cooking stoves are a little bit more expensive, but I found that this was going to be my main way of boiling water, having hot water, cooking. So I was willing to spend a little more for something that had a small size and had what I felt a little more safe flame for a small area. So these are just racks I found at a grocery store, actually, and they go on the backs of your headrests. And they had a bunch of different fittings for different sizes. Anyways, I got two. The wooden thing on my other one is broken, so I only have one now. But it was very handy because I could put my jackets over this. I could keep all my electronics in the pocket down here and then put like my jacket over here so it covered everything. So no one ever saw that. And then these, my keys are on a carabiner. And this is what I used to do with my keys too. And I just have my keys there. So I knew where my keys were all the time. I had a water bottle, not like this, but a little bit different. But I also carabinered on my water bottle in here. So my water bottle was always within reach. So the Prius was more than just transportation. It provided electricity because you can, being a hybrid, like right now it's on, but you don't hear the engine. The engine's actually not on, it's running off the battery. But I have a pretty good sized laptop I could run off of it, and I could do most electricity things, nothing that heats up, but I think I had a fan that I could plug in and of course charge phones. But it also was climate control, because there's a whole climate control in here for heat as well as air conditioning. And I won't say it will get you through the coldest or the hottest days, but it will definitely give you a nice buffer and give you a lot more comfort. And you don't have to get an outside heater or an outside kind of air conditioner unit. It's just all here right in the Prius. So it was very handy for climate comfort, let's put it that way. You've probably wondered why I have a bamboo vegetable stake in my car. And I have a little rubber pencil grip on the end here, which didn't really do too much. But anyways, I didn't run the Prius all night, every night. I didn't feel like I needed to do that, and I wasn't so sure about doing that. So in order to turn the Prius on in the middle of the night if you're cold, I use this to push down on the brake, because you have to push down on the brake and then hit the power button to turn it on. So this is what I did in the middle of the night if I got cold, turn the Prius on to get some heat. Usually I could just turn it off after a few minutes after. It won't warm up real quick. But that's what this is for, because I can't get my foot up to the front driver's side to turn it on. So my setup, the way I had it, is I could sit here. In fact, I can even fold my bedding and mattress in half and put the whole back up, which when I first was in my car, I had a dog, so it was good. He could sit next to me. But when it was just me again, I was able to keep this side down, but it did allow me for another place to sit and even lay down if I wanted to. Not that this was the most comfortable kind of laying down on just the couch here. It was more comfortable to sleep on the mattress, but if during the day I needed that, I could do that, so without having to drag out all my bedding or anything. So this is where, I get ready for bed and then just crawling into bed. And I'm 5'7", and I seem to fit all right. I didn't have any problems. I could always put something underneath my legs if I felt like I wasn't stretching out, or even I usually had some other pillows too, so I could even raise that up. This isn't all the way forward, the other passenger seat, so I probably would pull that all the way forward, and that would definitely give more room. But yeah, it was a pretty simple setup. This phone was from a place called Phone by Mail. You can actually tell them what size you want, and they'll cut it for you and ship it to you. I just had some blankets, and that worked pretty good. I had actually a mattress in here that was even wider than this, and I actually put both sides down at night when I was first in here. That was just a regular cot size mattress, and I just, every morning would just put everything back up so I could work, and then at night you put everything down so you could sleep. So what I liked about the Prius was that it got really good gas mileage, of course, so I was able to go different places, or let's say if I found a good place that was good to camp at night but had no cell signal, I could drive to find a cell signal if I wanted to, so I could work. It gave me a little more versatility in being able to move around and not being so conscious about the mileage. So it was fairly efficient on using the gas for air conditioning. The heat took a little more gas, so you'd have to spend a little more, but still, you fill up the tank once a week, and it seemed to work for all the needs that I had. So it's very efficient, and I appreciated that. So that was my experience with the Prius. It has definitely helped me tremendously in having a place to call home for a bit when I was in some predicaments where I didn't have one. And it was very helpful to keep me going. I would recommend any hybrid if you are going to live in a vehicle instead of an RV, just because of the climate control and the efficiency on gas. And it's a small space, so you got to work with it. And the less stuff you have, of course, the better. But anyways, hopefully the few tips I gave you around here might help you if you find yourself in a similar predicament, and or want to try it just because you just want to travel and go out and see the country a little bit more. Anyways, hope you appreciated the tips that I had here.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, make sure you leave a comment below. Let Melanie know you appreciated her sharing and which part you liked best. If you're interested in stuff like living in a Prius or traveling in a Prius and living more free all around, we're calling this special series of videos this week Freedom Week, and it coincides with the Off-Grid Homestead Bundle. We've participated with this a couple times before. I have my latest new ebook, not available anywhere else. It's part of the bundle, so you can get like 5 of my ebooks and more than 100 other ebooks, guides, and online courses, all for one low price of $50. There's no catch except for that this program ends March 31st, 2023. So if you want to grab it, we'll have a link in the description. Or if you just want to learn more about it, again, link in the description. Go ahead and check that out. Fantastic resource. We're glad to be able to make it available. Thanks for watching this video, everyone.